Namaskar. Welcome to the 7th semester. So during this semester we are going to learn a institute level elective which is common to all the branches. The name of the subject is Energy Audit and Management. So as the name suggests, we will be learning what is energy, what is energy conservation, how to audit energy, and then how to manage the energy. So that is why the name is Energy Audit and Management. So let us try to understand what are the contents of the syllabus. So total syllabus for this course is divided into 6 modules. So I will be just discussing each module in short for the introduction. So let us start with module 1. So here you can see first module is energy scenario. So in this chapter we'll be learning what is the present energy scenario. Now, when we are considering this, we'll consider the global picture. At the same time we'll also consider Indian picture also. So what are the different type of energies and their stocks, how many years they will last, so on and so forth. So this is present energy scenario. Then we'll see how the energy pricing is done. So we know there are different tariffs. So how this pricing is done, how it is decided. Then we'll see what are the energy sector reforms. Then energy security. Now energy security means power to all. So if we want to ensure that each and every one of us should get electrical power, so as to do that, what are the different type of management techniques we need to adopt, we learn in energy security. Next important is energy conservation and its importance. So we know that energy is scarce. So whatever energy is available on the earth, we have to conserve it. Otherwise for the next generation to come, we may not leave any energy resources for them to live. So that is why energy conservation has become important. So why we are conserving energy, so that we learn. Then in Indian scenario, we know that if we want to ensure the energy conservation and all these techniques, then obviously it needs some legal framework. So Indian energy sector people also, they understood the need, because unless until you put something into legal frame, it is not possible to monitor, to get everything under jurisdiction. So that is why in 2001 Energy Conservation Act, EC Act, was passed. So what are the different features of that Energy Conservation Act? That also we will try to learn. Then along with this we'll see the basics of energy. What are the different forms? Already you have learned this in lower semesters, but still we'll revise. And then what is material and energy balance. So this is how our first module is. Now let us see what are the contents of module 2. So it is devoted to energy audit. So first we'll see what is a energy audit. So basically we know that if we want to know, for example, when we discuss commercial audit or financial audit. So what is financial audit? Why it is necessary? So if you understand this, energy audit is very simple to understand. So when we consider financial audit, we know that in a company there are different type of materials which come to as a raw material. They come to the company, then they are processed, and then they are converted into finished product, and then that is sold in the market. So lot of money is being used to purchase the material, to stock the material, to procure different equipments which are required for production. Then a lot of energy is being used, so a lot of money is being used to purchase the energy also which is required for production. Then once that product gets sold, company gets the money, so that comes to the organization or company after selling the products in the market. Now to run this entire company, a lot of people are required of different skill sets, those are required, so they also are hired by the company to run the company. So this is all the setup of company. So you will find there are different cash inflows and outflows. Cash inflow means where the cash is coming to the company, and cash outflow means the money which is owned by the company, how it is going out of the company. So these are called as cash inflows and outflows. Now many times when the company is running, common people may not understand whether we are earning the money, we are in profit, or we are in the loss. So to do that, we have to have a understanding what are my inflows and what are my outflows. So inflows are more and outflows are less means I am in profit. If outflows are more and inflows are less, that means I am in a loss. So to understand, this is not so simple or how I am talking. So we need expert people from commerce background. They are called as financial auditors. So what is their job? They completely study this entire process for the entire year done by the company. So how they have procured the material, whether that material was purchased with minimum cost, then after that how it has been utilized, and whether when the product is sold into the market, what revenue it has generated. So they consider all these things and they observe these cash inflows and outflows, and after that they prepare a balance sheet. And after observing that balance sheet, definitely person comes to know whether I am in profit or loss. So if we do not do this financial audit, then what will happen? If some company is wasting its lot of money on purchasing some products which are not at all essential for their company, or they are purchasing extra which is not required for the production, so because of that lot of inventory is being pending in their yard, so because of that company is making loss. So this cannot be understood unless until we carry out a financial audit. Or for simple, we can take a example of our own family. Maybe our parents, that is father or mother, they are earning some revenue. So normally I have seen many people, they keep on writing the expenses and what is the income they have made during the month. And at the end of the month, they see that balance sheet. So they exactly come to know the money which is coming from the salary or from my business, how it has been utilized. If they don't see this balance sheet, they will never come to know, in this month I have spent too much on food grain purchases which was not at all essential, or I have made lot of expenses on so and so head which would have been avoided if that was not at all necessary. So I would have saved that money. Like that, if you see the balance sheet, you will come to know what were the opportunities to save your money. So that is why people, every person, they should do some sort of financial audit. Those who are staying in the hostel, definitely they can understand this better, because just during the starting of the month, we have our parents, they do send a lot of money to us for the day-to-day expenses. But if we do not utilize them properly, then after 20th of maybe after 25th of the every month, we start feeling scarcity of the money. Why it happens? Because we don't plan our expenditure. So we keep on spending the money as we like. So at the end of the month, we find that we are running out of money. So whatever we wish to, if there is some mandatory expenses, we have to borrow money from our friends. So I think hostelites, they will agree to this, very easily because they experience every month. So why this happens? Because if we do not have that habit of auditing our accounts, then obviously we never come to know whether I am spending my money in a correct fashion or not. So that is what financial audit. So it is true for individual person, it is true for a family, it is true for a company, or it is true for a nation. So financial audit is must if you want to ensure your money is getting used properly. This is must. So that is why government has made all the companies, all the government organizations, even on central government also there is a CAG. So they keep a close watch on the different procedures, and they try to find the loopholes in the procedure so as to improve the efficiency of the system. So main aim of financial audit is to save the money, is to avoid the excess use of money. So that is why same concept has been adopted in energy audit. So in energy audit also we know that the energy is scarce, it is not available in abundance. So that is why we cannot spend the energy as we like. For example, I will give a very simple example. If I am having an incandescent lamp of 100 watt in my house, so obviously if I run that lamp for 10 hours, it will consume 1 unit. I have to pay some 5-6 rupees for that energy. But if I replace the same lamp with a 20 watt LED lamp, then obviously my consumption has reduced by almost 80%. So I'm just consuming 20 watt. So it is 20% as compared to 100 watt. So I can in the same bill I can run 5 times that lamp as compared to the incandescent lamp. So this is what the energy audit tells you. So if you carry out the energy audit, so you will come to know whether you are using different forms of energy properly or not, whether your equipments, instruments, whether your systems, they are energy efficient or they are eating excess energy than what they are meant for or intended for. So like that we'll come to know there are n number of advantages we'll discuss during the chapter in details. So this is what the energy audit. So many people have defined energy audit in a different way, but basically it is the energy inflow and outflow that you have to monitor and find out whether you are running your system efficiently, energy efficiently or not. That is basically energy audit. Now to do that in a systematic way, there are different types of energy audit. One is preliminary energy audit and the second one is detailed energy audit. So in preliminary audit, as the name suggests, just we'll have a walkthrough through particular industry. Just like let us say I want to carry out preliminary energy audit of my home. So just I will have a walk in different rooms, maybe kitchen, hall, bedrooms, and I will observe what type of illumination is used. If it is an incandescent type of this one, I will just observe. Yes, I see a chance to reduce the energy consumption. After the visit is over, I will give a suggestion that please replace your incandescent lamp by LED lamps. You will get lot of saving like that. Or if they are using very old fans, they are consuming lot of energy, that is they might be a power rating 70 to 80 watts, and I have observed for last 20-30 years they are using the same lamps, same fans. So I will note it down, and at the end of the visit I will let them know that you can replace these fans by energy efficient fans. They consume only 50 watts, or you can still have a better option of maybe 28 watt 30 watt BLDC fans. So if you can give this, so automatically without any detailed analysis of this one, you can observe in that facility what are the opportunities for energy saving. So when you take this walkthrough, it may be for one day visit. So during that you have to, what is the aim of this preliminary energy, to identify what are the energy opportunities in that particular facility. And next comes is detailed energy audit. So once you do this one day visit, scoping study normally it is called as, then we carry out the detailed energy audit. And in detailed energy audit, as the name suggests, lot of procedures are done. the processes are evaluated, efficiencies are evaluated. On weekends also, during the holidays also, energy consumption is measured. So lot of procedures are being done, and at the end of this one, a report is submitted. So that is called as detailed energy audit. So we'll be learning what are the types and what are the different type of activities which are carried out in this energy audit. Next is how we can understand this energy management approach. So first we have to understand what is energy cost. So basically energy cost means there are only two type of energies. One is fuel and one is electricity. So these two are purchased by any company. So if I want to know what is the cost of energy, I have to understand what is the cost of fuel, what is the cost of electricity. So for fuel it is simple. If I purchase let us say 1 kg of firewood, what is the cost? So let us say 10 rupees per kg. If I purchase 2 kgs, so it will be 20 rupees. So 20 rupees is the cost of fuel. But it is not so simple for, so fuel purchase is simple, but it is not so simple for electricity purchase. So there are n number of parameters. So that we will be learning how to understand the energy cost in this bit. Next is benchmarking. Benchmarking is nothing but comparison. And see all these concepts, energy auditing concept, you will find in real life also. I will give very interesting example of benchmarking. So when you are staying with some neighbor, and that neighbor has also got the same kid of your age only, and fortunately that fellow, that kid is doing far better than you in examinations, and your both families they have same economic you can say standard. So when it comes to the result, when the result get declared, obviously your parents, they may ask you, we are providing the same facilities to you, we are providing lot of financial support. You asked for bicycle, I have given bicycle. You asked for notebook, I have given notebook. You demanded computer, you demanded laptop, you demanded lot many instruments, I have given everything to you. But when it comes to the result, why that fellow has got more marks than you, and why you have got very less mark? So this is nothing but benchmarking. So wherein two or more entities are compared. So this is what benchmarking. So normally even in this is external benchmarking, when your performance is compared with the performance of some other family person. But when it comes to internal benchmarking, there are two kids in a home. For example, I have a daughter, I have a son. So when I compare their performance, I ask to my son, your sister is doing quite well in the examination, and same facilities or a little bit more facilities are being given to you. Why you are not doing the same, why you are not giving the same performance in the examination? What is wrong with you? So this is what when brother and sister they are compared, it is nothing but a internal benchmarking. So we'll see what is energy benchmarking in details, but basically you have to understand that here we'll be comparing two units, either inter units or intra unit comparison for energy performance. Next bit is energy performance, wherein we'll try to understand what is how to calculate the energy performance. For example, I run a plant for 1 year and I have taken some X ton of production. So at the end of year, I will calculate how much production I made it this year, and at the end of a year, I will calculate how much energy I have spent to produce that goods in that particular year. Now this becomes, let us say I carry out it in 2020. I have taken 100 ton of production and I have used some X kilocalories of energy during this entire year. Now when it comes to 2021, so I will take some different production, I will use some different energy. Then I will compare these two energy usages in different years, and then I can calculate plant energy performance. So from these two figures, definitely I will come to know that whether my company is doing better as far as energy performance is concerned, or I'm doing far less as energy performance is concerned. So you can compare. So it is called as plant energy performance, PEP. So that will calculate. For example, if I take 100 ton of production and I require, let us say, 1 lakh kilocalories. Okay. And next year I take same, let us for our comparison, let us assume that I take the same production 2021 100 ton of production, but I have required the 90% of the energy which is required in 2020. So I will be more happy that I have saved 10% of my energy. So then I will investigate what these different strategies were made, what has actually resulted in reduction in the energy. So this is how I will come to know what is the plant energy performance. So that we'll see in detail how to calculate plant energy performance. Next, we want to achieve the energy efficiency. So what I have to do, I have to match the energy used to the requirement. So many times it is found that if there is a requirement of, let us say, 5 kilowatt of power, instead of 5 kilowatt we use a motor of 10 kilowatt. So this is a mismatch between the requirement and the supply. So whenever there is a mismatch between the requirement and the supply, it leads to energy inefficiency. So that is why such we have systems, we have to match the energy used to the requirement. Next is, this is what at the end use, what is the demanded at the shaft and what I have to provide. But there are some systems. So it is not only the equipment, but I have to maximize the system efficiency. So if there are some motors, drives, then mechanical systems, so this is called as system. So I have to maximize the system, maximize the efficiency of this system also. It is not that I have to just use better and better motor, efficiency motor, then I will get this one. No, along with the motor I have to see the gear, I have to see what is the exact gear ratio, is it as per the design or not, how the power is being transmitted, whether I am using V belt or whether I am using flat belt. So all these things, so this complete study of the system is needs to be evaluated. So that is called as maximizing system efficiencies. Then optimizing the input energy requirement. So I have to look into this also. Next, I have to find out the options of fuel and energy substitutions. Very simple. What is this fuel and energy substitution? I will just tell you that many people nowadays, they are using solar energy. So if I have a solar system, then I don't need electricity to be purchased from MSEDCL. So this is what I am using. I am doing energy substitution. So if so, for example, I am using presently, I am using a geyser of 1.5 kilowatt to get hot water for bathing. Now I can use solar heater and I can cater my requirement through solar heat. So if I use solar heater instead of electric heater, it becomes a energy substitution. Similarly, you can replace. Right now, let us say you are having a burner which uses firewood. Now instead of firewood, it produces CO2 and all other pollutions, and it has got very low calorific value. Instead of that, you can use LPG. So this is called as fuel substitution. So when we replace the fuel or energy with more efficient source, it is called as fuel or energy substitution. So how it can be done, that we'll see in this point. Next is what are the elements of monitoring and targeting. Now you have to understand that this energy audit, and once the audit is done, you will come to know what are the modifications which are done, which needs to be done in our plant. So that result sheet you will get. But after that, you need to make a plan. How will you implement this energy efficiency business in your plant? But once this policy is decided, you have to actually implement. But that is not the end. After frequent time duration, you have to take follow. So it is nothing but a closed loop process. So that is called as monitoring and targeting. So monitoring means you have to continuously monitor different type of parameters. You have to control and you have to set the targets, and then you have to make the adjustment to achieve those targets. So this is a complete closed loop process. of energy audit. So elements of monitoring and targeting means it is nothing but a complete process of energy audit. Now to do this energy audit, what are the different type of instruments? So there are n number of parameters, some electrical parameters, and there are physical parameters like pressure, temperature, speed, voltage, harmonics, TDS, then lot many parameters are required to be monitored in this audit. So what are the different type of instruments, that also we'll study. Now the data which is collected in this entire process needs to be analyzed in a systematic way. So that is called as data and information analysis. For example, as I said, you have taken 100-ton production and you require some X kilocalories for that. So what is the specific energy consumption that you can calculate for every month? So you will find that I have taken in the first month, I have taken 10 ton, I have in second month, I have taken 20, third month, I have taken 6 tons. Like that you can have a chart. Energy required for that production, you may have the another chart. So if you combine this, divide these two figures, you will get one more analysis, that is specific energy consumption, that is energy consumption per ton, what calories you have used to produce 1 ton. So that serves why this data analysis is required, because this type of calculations, they give you lot of information. For example, in some month I have taken a huge production, and I will find that the specific energy consumption during that month is minimum in the entire year. So this particular, that means if I take a mass production, my energy consumption reduces. If I take less production, my energy consumption increases. So this tells you how you can reduce the cost of production. So that is why this and data and information analysis. So there are lot many analysis techniques we are going to learn, graph and pie chart and whatnot. Those will be studied in this data and information analysis. Next one is financial analysis techniques. Now if you want to establish a, let us say you want to establish a plant, you want to put an industry, so definitely you need to raise, if you are having money, you are from Tata Birla, there is no problem, but normally this is not the case. So you have to borrow the money from different financial agencies. So to understand that, how to borrow the money, so you need to understand some financial techniques. So wherein there are different terms like simple payback period, net present value, return on investment, internal rate of return. So those concepts will be learning in details. For example, let us say what is simple payback period. For example, as I said, if I have given example, I have given a suggestion for your, let us say I visit your home, I see a geyser maybe of 1 kilowatt in your house, and I will say that we have lot of sunlight every day, we are in tropical country, so why don't you purchase a solar heater instead of this electric heater. So this is my suggestion. Now you wish to know, you will ask what is the cost of that solar heater. If I purchase that cost of, what is the cost of solar heater, and if I use that solar heater, how much energy will be saved in purchase of that electricity. So how much will be, let us say if in a year I am going to save, let us say 10,000 rupees if I adopt this solar heater, and if the cost of solar heater is 20,000 rupees, so I will say that the payback period of this solar heater is 2 years. What do you understand by this? If I purchase a solar heater for first 2 years, first year I will save 10,000, second year I will save 10,000. So total in 2 years I have saved the entire cost of that product. From third year, every year till the life of that solar heater, I will be getting benefit of 10,000 rupees every year. So it will be saving my 10,000 rupees. So this is what payback analysis, that means what does that payback analysis tells you? That how much is the amount of time required to recover your investment back. This is what simple payback. So like that, we'll see some of the concepts in this uh, uh, financial analysis and techniques. Okay, so this is all about the chapter number 2, module number 2. Now as for let us see use category 3. In module 3 we are going to learn energy management and energy conservation in electrical system. So in chapter 1 we have discussed what is the need of energy conservation, why we are doing all these things. In second chapter we have studied what are the ways in which we can understand or we can find how to do the energy audit. So outcome of the energy audit is nothing but where we can save the energy. So this particular aspect we have studied in chapter 2, and from that once the energy audit is done, we come to know that what are the different areas in which we can save the energy. So broadly there is one area wherein that is electrical systems wherein we can save the energy, and second one is mechanical, so maybe thermal. Like that there are different areas in which we can save the energy. So this chapter is devoted to energy management and energy conservation in electrical systems. So first point is the electricity billing. As I said in chapter 2, understanding fuel cost and understanding electricity bill, these are the two important aspects in understanding energy cost. So electricity billing in Maharashtra, the MSEDCL has divided all the customers into different categories. First two broad categories are made according to their voltage level. One is ST customer beyond 11 kV, and second one is LT customers 440 volt and less. So these are the main categories, and in every LT and ST there are different type of customers, that is industry, industrial customers, commercial customers, irrigation schemes, sugarcane factories, then agricultural load. Like that there are some 8 to 9 categories are there. So in every category the tariff rates are different. Okay, so how to this is what just tariff means, but in tariff also there are various different things. For example, what is your power factor, what is your energy consumption, what is electricity duty, what is PF, what is load factor. So these are all things which are considered while preparing electricity bill for a month. So this electricity bill we'll study in details in this chapter. So why we are studying this bill? Because once you come to know the components of bill, then definitely it will create some avenues to conserve the energy or to save the money. So that is why we are learning this electricity billing. Next is electrical load management. So there are how to manage the load so that we can reduce the electricity consumption. This is the point. So in this point we are going to learn there are different 6 type of steps are there to which are followed to manage the electrical load. Maximum demand controller or maximum demand control. So we know that the electricity billing, in electricity billing there are 2 components. One is energy charges and one is maximum demand charges. So depending upon our maximum demand which is recorded during the month, we are billed per kVA for that maximum demand. So more is maximum demand attained, more will be the demand charges. So how we can reduce this maximum demand, that we are going to learn. Okay, more details I will explain during the discussion. Next is power factor improvement. As I said, there is a component of power factor in electricity billing. So if the power factor is improved, obviously the electricity bill will be less and less. So power factor should be always kept near to the 1. So in that case you will get minimum electricity bill. Second, there are many advantages of power factor. This is just for money purpose, that is saving as far as saving of money is concerned. But apart from that there are other advantages, like that if power factor of my induction motor is unity, then that means I have supplied the reactive power which is demanded by that induction motor locally by connecting a capacitor. So if I manage this, the entire cable, then the associated MCB, then the backup cable, and then the main bus bar, and then the transformer, all these appliances, if the power factor is unity, then their size will be reduced. So this is one more advantage of power factor improvement. There are so many other advantages, so that we'll see how this power factor improvement is done and what are the advantages of this. Then energy efficient equipments and appliances. Now we have seen with the Energy Conservation Act 2001, government has established one apex body called as BEE, Bureau of Energy Efficiency in India. So which is responsible to carry out this entire awareness about energy usage. So last few years they have prepared some norms of energy consumption. So, and they have prepared one list of equipments which come under that law. Let us say a fan, a tube, a refrigerator, AC. So these are the few equipments which are covered under that Energy Conservation Act. So what is the importance? Importance is there is a binding that you cannot import, export, store such type of equipments which are not complying to the norms which are written by BEE. Okay, so these norms, the equipments which are following those norms are called as energy efficient equipments and appliances. So there is a list. So if I want to have a fan, so I have to take BEE star rating from the BEE. That means BEE has written some norms. If your fan consumes, let us say 65 watt, you will get 4 star. If your equipment consumes 60 watt, you will get 3 star. If it is a 55, let us say, you will get 2 star. If it is if it is a 50, you will get 5 star. If it is a 55, you get 4 star. If it is a 60, it is a 3 star. 65, maybe 4 star. 70, you get 1 star. Like that. More number of star means more efficient equipment. Less number of stars means more loss making equipment. Like that. So they have written the star ratings for various equipments and appliances. So by this law, you have to manufacture the equipments or appliances which comply to this particular provision in the law. Otherwise it is an offense. So what are the such energy efficient equipment and appliances? Then we'll understand what is star rating. Okay, so how it is done. Next is energy efficient measures in lighting system. So we know that the illumination is a very major area in industry. So there are different techniques to improve energy efficiency in lighting systems. So we are going to learn those what are the areas in which how to improve the energy efficiency. Similarly, there are different electrical systems also. So we'll see the energy conservation opportunities in water pumps, industrial drives, induction motors, motor retrofitting, soft starters, and variable speed drives. So these are some of the electrical systems which are how to achieve energy conservation or energy efficiency, how to improve energy efficiency in these systems. These are we are going to learn in this module 3. Now let us see module 4. Module 4 is related to thermal system. So energy management and energy conservation in thermal systems. Now we know in industry steam is a very important source of energy. So we'll be only focusing energy conservation opportunities in steam. So how we can achieve energy efficiency in steam distribution system, how to assess the steam distribution losses, how to find steam leakages, steam trapping, then condensate and flash steam recovery systems. So we'll see in details about the steam systems. Then we'll see there are two main parts in thermal system. One is boiler and second one is furnaces. So we'll also see general fuel economy measures. What are the different type of measures taken in boilers and furnaces, the waste heat recovery, use of insulation, what are the types and applications that we'll see. Next important system is HVAC. So heat ventilation and air conditioning system. So what is COP, that is coefficient of performance, capacity, factors affecting refrigeration and air conditioning system performance, and then what are the saving opportunities. So this is more or less related to mechanical engineering, that is thermal systems, that we'll see in details. Next is module 5, wherein we'll see how to assess the energy performance. So in this module we are going to discuss on-site performance evaluation techniques and different case studies for motors, variable speed drive, pumps, HVAC system calculations, then lighting systems, and financial analysis. So here we'll do some calculations. For example, if I want to evaluate the performance of a motor, so I can compare that if I have a standard motor with some 0.86% efficiency and 0.84 power factor, if I replace that motor with energy efficient motor having 92% efficiency and maybe 0.8 power factor, then at the end of the year what will be the energy saving made by that motor, and then even it is compared with its original price, then it will give me some financial analysis, that what is the payback and of those things. So this is how we discuss some case studies related to motors, VSDs, pumps and HVAC system. In lighting system, basically there are two aspects in assessing the energy performance. Let us say if some company has already a lighting system which is running company, so first we have to evaluate what is the energy efficiency of that particular lighting system. So there is a method called as install load efficacy ratio, ILR method, wherein we assess by finding the average illumination level, then we find the area of the floor, and using that we calculate that ILR ratio, and from that ILR, if the ILR is more than 0.75, we say that the system is energy efficient. If it is less than 0.75, definitely depending upon how less it is, less than 0.75, we can take the decision of retrofit or replacement of fixtures like that. So that particular calculation we are going to see in this particular module number 5. Similarly, we'll also do a case study for our own college, for maybe our own classroom or maybe some seminar hall. We'll carry out this calculation so as to give the exact feel how this audit is being done for illumination. So that is also we are going to cover. So this is all about module number 5. Let us see what is the last module, that is module 6, energy conservation in building. We know that the nowadays modern buildings, their energy consumption is very high as compared to other consumers. So building, they consume huge energy. So that is why in recent years a lot of attention is being paid towards energy conservation in buildings, because we see there are different type of energies being used. For example, distribution systems are there, illumination system is there, fan is there, HVAC is there. So these are different systems. Water is there. So these are different type of systems. So how we can achieve energy conservation, how we can reduce the energy usage in a particular building, that is called as energy conservation in building. So so as to achieve this, when Energy Conservation Act was passed, there is a one section called as Energy Conservation Building Code. It is called as ECBC. Initially it was written, then it was changed in 2007, then it was consequently changed number of times because the different options, different technologies are evolving. So those are involved in writing those building codes. So this is what ECBC, so that we'll learn what is ECBC. Now with this, a new concept has come called as green building. You might, if you Google, you will get huge information about green building. So what do you understand by green building? Green building means wherein the energy consumption is very low. Lot of energy conservation techniques are being used in that building, and there are some international agencies like LEED. So depending upon the consumption and the area of the building, they give certain rating. So maybe it is a silver rating or gold rating, like that. So if your consumption is less, you get higher rating. So different what is the material used for that building, whether it is environment friendly or not, how the water is being used, whether it is used efficiently or not, like that. What about ventilation? Is it proper, so that it will not necessitate use of more and more electrical energy to create artificial ventilation? Light, how the illumination is in the building is planned, whether because of the planning we require less energy. So all these attributes, they contribute in making the building green. So what is green building concept? So that we are going to see. And last point is application of non-conventional and renewable energy sources in this green building. So let us say if we have huge rooftop, so can we install solar system so as to cater our day-to-day need, and we can reduce our dependency of energy on MSADCL or power utility. Similarly, in our college also we have so many buildings, but the tops are laying idle. So can we plan some solar system which will generate huge electrical energy, and that energy can be utilized, and our MSCB bill will be bare minimum. So like that, if we adopt such measures, then obviously the energy required for the particular building will be less. So this is what basically application of non-conventional and renewable energy sources in the building. So that we'll see how it is done. So this is all about model number 6. Now up till now we have discussed the entire syllabus. Now how to prepare for the EAM. So what are the different type of books to be used? Basically, if you see, this entire syllabus is based on the books which are recommended for energy auditor examination. So those books are freely available to everybody on BEE website. So you can simply go to BEE website, Bureau of Energy Efficiency, bee.gov.in, and then from that you can download the 4 volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, wherein you will find all the syllabus contents. They are exactly matching with the points which are given in this 4 books. So it's very simple, and everybody can read it. It's very nicely written. So these 4 books, they will be our reference books. In the syllabus there are different handbooks which are mentioned. Many of the books are available in our library. So those who are interested to study the topics in details, they can refer to such books which are kept in our central library. But by and large, I see these energy auditor examination 4 books, they are more than sufficient for this particular subject. Now let us come to the assessment part of this subject. So as usual, there are 2 internal assessments, one at the midterm and at the end, 20 marks each. So 2 internal assessments, minimum marks are 8, average marks of course out of the 2, and then there will be a end sem exam for 3 hours of 80 marks. So this is what the examination. There is no term work for this subject. Okay, that's all from my side. So I hope I have explained you the dimensions, you might have understood. So based on this, now in the next lecture we'll be starting with first module, that is the energy scenario, in my next lecture.